everyone. Today, let us visit another beautiful country of the world in our today's video titled The Land of the Long White Cloud, New Zealand. New Zealand, also called as Aotearoa in Maori, a local language of New Zealand, is an island country in the southwestern Pacific Ocean. It is made up of two main land masses, the North Island and the South Island. It is the sixth largest island country of the world. Its capital city is Wellington and the most populous city is Auckland. 48.6% of the population are non-religious. 37.3% are Christians, 2.7% of them follow Hinduism, followed by Islam, Buddhism and other religions. The official languages of New Zealand are English, Maori and the New Zealand Sign Language. The people who live in New Zealand are called New Zealanders. They themselves call them as Kiwis. New Zealand was independent from the UK in 1947. It is a unitary parliamentary constitutional monarchy with Charles III as the monarch and Chris Hipkins as the Prime Minister. It has a land area of 268,021 square kilometers, which is the 75th largest in the world. New Zealand has a population of 5.15 million, which is 121st highest in the world. Its population density is about 19 people per square kilometers. New Zealand is the 51st highest economy with the GDP nominal of 242 billion US dollars and a GDP nominal per capita of 47,278 US dollars. Its GDP per PPP is 261 billion US dollars, while its GDP PPP per capita is 50,851 US dollars. Its HDI score is 0.937, which is very high. It is one of the most developed nations in the world. New Zealand dollar is its currency, which is equal to 0.62 US dollars, and its driving side is left, and its calling code is +64. Its ISO code is NZ. New Zealand has a number of minerals including gold, silver, phosphate and limestone. It is one of the many nations which are the members of UN, UNESCO, OECD, World Bank, WTO, WHO, Commonwealth of Nations, Pacific Community and etc. The name of the New Zealand origins from a Dutch word new, which means new, and Zeeland was a province of the Netherlands. New Zealand was named by a Dutch explorer Abel Tasman in 1642. Now let's take a look at the country's geography. It is a country made up of two main islands separated by the Cook Strait and more than 700 small islands. Because of its outlying islands and long coastline, it has one of the largest exclusive economic zone, EEZ, which is 15 times more than the area of New Zealand itself. The South Island is divided along its length by Southern Alps. The North Island is less mountainous but has many volcanoes. New Zealand is prone to natural disasters such as earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. The country lies between the Pacific and the Indo-Australian tectonic plates. It is believed that the New Zealand is a part of a continent called Zealandia, which gradually submerged after breaking down from the Gondwana supercontinent. However, now it is included in the Oceanian continent. The climatic conditions vary across the regions. The west coast of South Island being extremely wet, central Otago being semi-arid and subtropical in the Northland. The driest city is Christchurch, receiving on an average rainfall of just 618 millimeters, and Wellington is the western city of New Zealand. Now let us take a look at the biodiversity of New Zealand. It is home to the indigenous species of kiwis, kakapo, weka, Hamilton's frog, spiders, tortara, fur seals, whales, dolphins and penguins too. Now let us take a look at the country's history. It is one of the last major landmasses settled by humans. The East Polynesians first settled here in 1250 to 1300. Over the time, they started to build their own culture known as the Maori. In the year 1642, there was a conflict between the tribe of the Maori people and Dutch explorer Tasman. 4 Tasman's crew members were killed, so the Europeans did not revisit New Zealand until 1769. when British explorer James Cook mapped almost the entire coastline of the country. After that, there was a trade of food, metals, weapons, timber, artifacts between Maori people and the Europeans. Captain William Hobson was appointed as the first governor of the New Zealand by the British government. He claimed the sovereignty over New Zealand for the United Kingdom by signing the Treaty of Waitangi on 6th of February 1840. It was signed by some of the Maori chiefs in order for protection from the French ambitions to conquer the whole land for themselves. This treaty said that the British would recognize the Maori ownership of their land and give the rights of the British subjects. After this, it was made a crown colony on 3rd May 1841. In the year of 1843, there started a conflict between Britishers and Maori tribes, known as the New Zealand Wars from 1845 to 1872, in which more land from the tribes were taken for the British settlers. But in 1856, it became a self-governing colony. The capital was moved from Auckland to Wellington in order to keep an eye on the South Island so that it would not break apart from the North Island. And the Parliament's first sitting happened in 1865. It became the first country to grant all the women right to vote. This was all about the history of New Zealand precised. The Forest Integrity Index of New Zealand is 7.2, which is medium. 16.3 of New Zealanders live in rural area and the remaining in urban areas. New Zealand exports dairy products, forest products, fruits and vegetables. The national net debt of New Zealand is 70.2 billion US dollars. It exports a goods value of 62.4 billion US dollars and imports the goods of value 59.6 billion US dollars. The service sectors provide most of the jobs in the New Zealand, followed by industrial sector and agricultural sector. This is the national flag of New Zealand, which was adopted on 24th of March in 1902, in which the stars represent the Southern Cross constellation showing the New Zealand's location in the southwestern Pacific Ocean. And the Union Jack recognizes New Zealand's historical foundation as a British colony. And blue represents sky and sea. The national fruit is kiwi. The national animal is kiwi, a bird. And national sport of New Zealand is rugby. The national dance is haka. And there are two national anthems of New Zealand, being God Save the King and God Save New Zealand. Its national dish is pavlova. Now let us take a look at some of the facts about New Zealand. It has the town with the longest name in the world. It has more sheep than people. It has the southernmost capital city in the world, that is Wellington. It is one of the two nations to have two national anthems and the other one being Denmark. It has the 9th longest coastline. It is the least corrupt country in the world. If this video was informative, then make sure to like and share this video and subscribe for more, and comment down which country should I include in the next video. So till then, keep learning, keep growing. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.